I really want to understand. When did you get into sales? Because sales essentially, at least from where I come from, southern part of Tamil Nadu, you are essentially an engineer or a doctor. Worst case scenario, I don't know, probably you become an architect, right? But sales as a role has never been talked about, right? Even in business schools, like there's no separate sales per se as a course, right? It's put under marketing, or nowadays they are putting it under growth and whatnot, right? So how did you get into that? And do you remember a time where you're like, oh man, like that's something that I want to do, or it just like naturally happened?
No, see, everybody is selling in some way or form, right? It doesn't matter if if you're an architect, if you're an engineer, if you are in commerce field, it doesn't matter, right? We are selling ourselves at some level, right? Be it our product or be it ourselves from our technical capabilities perspective or some of the skills that we have. So for me, the sales journey started when I was an engineer. Right? I had a couple of gigs with some media companies, and I did it as a part-time gig where I was selling some of their services and acquiring some customers for them. And it's that's when I kind of realized that it's something I like doing. Right? There is an interest and inclination towards this field, but again, that was not something that I had made my mind up. Right? I was always waiting for what the right opportunity could have been for me. Right? So coincidentally, what happened was immediately after college, I got placed in Atlas Copco, which was an industrial robotics and automation uh, company, and we used to sell tools and robotics to some of the largest automobile manufacturers in the world. And I got into a sales profile there, right? And since then, I think I've just loved this job. I mean, there's something about sales that keeps me kicking, keeps me going, and it's always making me look forward to what the next challenge could be. So since then, I moved into App Dynamics, where I was responsible for domestic sales initially, and then I was responsible to handle some of the global system integrators such as the TCS, HCL, Cognizant, and so on and so forth. And that is where the whole concept of go-to-market strategies, the whole concept of MEDEC, business value or proposition or value-based selling started, right? And then moved into Nutanix with a very similar profile, right? And right now, I am with Aqua Security. I'm heading the GSI sales for them, and mostly for the Indian GSI, the top four: HCL, TCS, Cognizant, and Wipro. So that is where I am.
Very nice.